Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about redox topic. So what is redox? It is actually taken from the words reduction and oxidation. Red from reduction and ox from oxidation. Redox reaction is a reaction when both oxidation and reduction occur at the same reaction. So for example, this equation. In this reaction, zinc gains oxygen, therefore it undergoes oxidation. For copper, it loses oxygen, therefore it undergoes reduction. Since both reduction and oxidation happen in the same reaction, therefore it is called as redox reaction. So what is reduction? It can be simplified as Rege's law, which means reduction is gain of electron and hydrogen, but loss of oxygen. Substances that undergo reduction means it oxidized another substance, therefore it is an oxidizing agent. So what about oxidation? It can be simplified as Euler-Go, which means oxidation is loss of electron and hydrogen, but gain of oxygen. If a substance undergoes oxidation, means that it reduces another substance. Therefore, it is a reducing agent. We can identify whether a substance is reduced or oxidized by looking at the loss or gain of electron. If the ion has negative charge, it means that it gains electron. If the charge is positive, then it loses electrons. We take this reaction as an example. So 2NaCl can also be written as 2Na plus and 2Cl minus. So we can rewrite the equation as follows. When deciding oxidation or reduction, we need to compare similar elements in both reactant and product parts. From the equation, Na in the product part has +1 charge. Hence, it loses 1 electron. Therefore, Na undergo oxidation. Whereas Cl in the product part has -1 charge. Hence, it gains 1 electron. Therefore, Cl undergo reduction. Since Na undergo oxidation, means it reduces Cl2 to Cl-. Therefore, Na is a reducing agent, while Cl2 is an oxidizing agent because it undergo reduction which oxidizes Na to Na+. Next example is 2Mg plus O2 to form 2MgO. 2MgO can be written as 2Mg2 plus and 2O2 minus. This can be rewritten as follows. Again, we compare the similar elements in reactant and product parts. From the equation, Mg produces Mg2 plus. Hence, it loses 2 electrons. From Euler-Go and Rege's law, losing electron means Mg undergo oxidation. O2 produces O2 minus, hence oxygen gains 2 electrons. Gaining electron is reduction, therefore O2 undergo reduction. Because Mg undergo oxidation, it means that Mg reduces O2 to O2 minus. Therefore, Mg is a reducing agent. Whereas O2, it undergo reduction, hence it oxidizes Mg to Mg2+. Therefore, it is an oxidizing agent. Next is identifying the substance is oxidized or reduced by looking at whether it loses or gains hydrogen. We take this equation as an example. So compare reactant and product. The similar metals are S and Cl. In reactant part, S present as H2S, while only S in the product. This shows a loss in hydrogen, which means S undergo oxidation. Therefore, it is a reducing agent. For Cl, in the reactant part, Cl present as Cl2, while HCl in the product part. This shows Cl gain hydrogen. Therefore, it undergo reduction and it is an oxidizing agent. Next example is CH4 plus Cl2 to form CH3Cl plus HCl. By looking at the equation, CH4 produces CH3Cl. It means that it loses one hydrogen. Losing hydrogen means CH4 undergo oxidation. Hence, it is a reducing agent. Cl2 produces HCl. It means that it gains one hydrogen. Gaining hydrogen means Cl2 undergo reduction. Therefore, it is an oxidizing agent. We can also identify oxidation and reduction by looking at whether the substance lose or gain oxygen. So, in the equation, PbO produces Pb. It shows that Pb loses oxygen. By referring to Euler-Go and Rigeh law, shows that Pb undergo reduction and it is an oxidizing agent. H2 produces H2O, which means it gains oxygen. Gaining an oxygen means that it undergo oxidation. Therefore, hydrogen is a reducing agent. Another example is, in the equation, PbS produces PbSO4. This shows gaining of oxygen. Hence, it undergo oxidation and it is a reducing agent. H2O2 produces H2O, which means it loses oxygen. Losing oxygen means it undergo reduction, therefore it is an oxidizing agent. Last but not least is oxidation state, or can also be called as oxidation number. It is defined as the charge of an atom in an ion. If the oxidation number decreases, means it undergo reduction. If the oxidation number increases, then it undergo oxidation. There are 5 rules to identify the oxidation state of a substance. The first one is for all elements in the periodic table have zero oxidation state. For example, Al, Mg, Cu, and S. The second rule is for simple ion, the oxidation state is equal to the charge of the ion. For example, Al3+, since the charge is 3+, hence the oxidation state is +3. For Zn2+, since the charge is 2+, then the oxidation state is +2. The third rule is some elements in the compound has fixed oxidation state. For example, hydrogen +1, oxygen -2, all group 1 elements +1. Fourth rule is the sum of elements in a compound must be equal to 0. For example, MgO, Mg is from group 2, hence the oxidation state is +2. or according to rule number 3, oxygen equals to -2. The sum must be equal to 0 because it is a compound, not an ion. Therefore, Mg plus O is equals to 0, so plus 2 minus 2 is equals to 0. Final rule, the sum of elements in an ion is equal to the charge of the ion. For example, OH-, it is an ion because it has charge. If no charge, then it is a compound. By referring to rule number 3, O has -2 oxidation state, while H has +1 oxidation state. The sum of elements is equal to the charge of ion. In this case, the charge is -1. Hence, O plus H is equals to -1. So the calculation is -2 plus 1 is equals to -1. The first example, Mg plus H2O to form MgO plus H2. By referring to rule number 1, both Mg and H2 have zero oxidation state because they are elements. H2O and MgO are compounds, hence following rule number 4, both of them must equal to 0. We need to find the oxidation number of H in H2O. Since the sum is equals to 0, the oxidation number can be calculated as 2H plus O is equals to 0. Referring to rule number 3, oxygen has fixed oxidation number which is -2. So 2H plus -2 is equals to 0. 2H equals to +2, H equals to +1. Therefore, H has +1 oxidation state. Next is we need to calculate the oxidation state of Mg in MgO. Using rule number 3, we know that the oxidation state of oxygen is -2, so it can be calculated as Mg plus O is equals to 0, Mg plus -2 is equals to 0, Mg is equals to +2. Hence, Mg has +2 oxidation state. So the overall oxidation state is Mg equals to 0, H in H2O equals to +1, Mg in MgO equals to +2, and H2 equals to 0. By comparing Mg in reactant and product, the oxidation number increases from 0 to +2. Hence, Mg is oxidized, therefore it is a reducing agent. The oxidation number of H decreases from +1 to 0. This shows that H is reduced, therefore it is an oxidizing agent. Next sample is 2Fe2 plus Cl2 to form 2Fe3 plus 2Cl minus. By following the rule number 2, the oxidation state is equal to the charge of simple ion. Hence, Fe2 plus equals to +2, Fe3 plus equals to +3, and Cl minus equals to -1. For Cl2, since it is an element, referring to rule number 1, the oxidation state is equals to 0. By comparing the reactant and product parts, Fe undergo oxidation because the oxidation number increases from +2 to +3, while Cl undergo reduction because the oxidation number decreases from 0 to -1. To summarize, redox reaction is a reaction when both reduction and oxidation happen in a reaction. Reduction is gain of electron and hydrogen but loss of oxygen, while oxidation is loss of electron and hydrogen and gain of oxygen. Oxidation state is equals to oxidation number. Reduction is when the oxidation number decreases, while oxidation is when the oxidation number increases. There are 5 rules of oxidation state. The first one, for all elements in periodic table, the oxidation state is equals to 0. Second, for simple ion, the oxidation state is equals to the charge. Third, some elements have fixed oxidation state. Fourth, sum of elements in compounds is equals to 0. Final one, sum of elements in an ion is equals to the charge of ion. Thank you for watching.